So, ito na yung huling topic natin, class, no, sa debt restructure, modification of terms. Okay? Kapag modification of terms, class, basically, binomodify lang natin yung terms ng loan, nagkakaroon ng modification sa terms ng loan, para si debtor, mabigyan pa ng pagkakataon na makapag-settle ng kanyang mga utang or ng kanyang utang. And ang modification of terms may involve either interest concession or maturity value concession, or pwede rin namang both. Okay? Pwede rin both, no? May interest concession and meron ding maturity value concession at the same time. Yung modification of terms. Interest concession may involve, ayan, no? Reduction of interest rate, forgiveness, no? Of unpaid interest, or yung tinatawag nating waive, no? Yung pag-waive ng mga accrued interest, no? And moratorium on interest. Pag sinabi nating moratorium, class, no, kumbaga postpone, no? Postpone muna natin yung imposition ng interest sa utang. Ayan. Maturity value concession may involve, ayan, reduction of the principal amount or extension of the maturity date. So, babawasan ang principal amount, kumbaga, para at least hindi naman din malugi totally si creditor, no? Or, mas maganda, i-extend pa yung maturity date para meron pang time, kahit pa paano, si debtor na makapagbayad, no, ng kanyang utang. Ayan, modification of terms. PFRS 9 provides that a substantial, take note class ha, substantial, no? Substantial modification of terms or SMOT in short of an existing financial liability shall be accounted for as an extinguishment of the old financial liability and the recognition of a new financial liability. Okay? So sabi lang ng standard natin kapag daw substantial, no? Kapag daw substantial ang modification of terms, ang treatment natin doon is mai-extinguish, no? Made-recognize, mai-extinguish yung old liability, and at the same time, magkakaroon tayo or magre-recognize tayo ng bagong financial liability. So, ganon ang ating accounting treatment sa modification of terms. Provided na ito ay substantial. Okay? Substantial. Kaya sa pag-aaral class ng modification of terms, dapat alam natin kung kailan substantial. Okay? Kailan ba substantial ang modification of terms? Or kailan ba merong substantial modification of terms or SMOT in short? Substantial modification of terms or SMOT. Sabi ng standard natin, there is a SMOT if the gain or loss on extinguishment is at least 10% of the old financial liability. Okay? Ayan. Ibig sabihin daw, merong substantial modification of terms or SMOT if the gain or loss extinguishment is at least 10% of the old liability. Ayan. So, the next question is, alam na natin yung threshold, kumbaga at least 10%, so ibig sabihin 10% or more. No? 10% or more yung ibig sabihinan. So, the next question is, paano kinocompute ang gain or loss on extinguishment? Ayan. So, ito lang yung pinaka-pro forma niya, class. No? To compute the gain or loss on extinguishment, we compare the carrying amount ng old liability, of the old liability dun sa present value of the new or restructured liability. Pagkukumparahin natin yung luma at yung bagong liability. Any difference nun, gain or loss on extinguishment. So, ito yung pinaka-pro forma ng gain or loss on extinguishment. Okay, so later on sa problem solving class, ipapaliwanag pa natin yung mga ibig sabihin or yung mga rationale kumbaga na nakikita nyo dito sa ating handout. Sa accounting class ng modification of terms, sinamarize ko na lang siya into 2 steps. Okay, so basically, merong dalawang step tayong ipe-perform when doing the accounting for modification of terms. 2 steps lang, no? Step 1. Okay? Step 1, perform 10% test. Okay? Tinawag ko na lang siyang 10% test. Bakit 10% test? Kasi, gawa nito. Ayan. Perform 10% test to check if there is a smooth. Ayan. Yan kasi, class, ang starting point ng accounting for modification of terms. Unang-una mong gagawin is i-determine mo muna kung merong smooth. Okay? Paano mo malalaman or paano mo gagawin yung pag-determine ng smooth? Gagawin natin yung tinatawag nating 10% test. Wherein, i-compare lang natin ang carrying amount of all liability dun sa present value of new or restructured liability using the original effective interest rate. Okay? Original. Pag pinagkumpara natin yan, magkakaroon yan ng difference. And yung difference na yan, class, yan yung basis natin kung meron bang smooth or wala. Ayan. The moment kasi na yung difference na yan is greater than or equal to 10%, okay? 10% of carrying amount ng old liability. Ayan. Paki-take note na lang sa handout nyo, class, ha? Okay. Again, kapag ang difference ay greater than or equal to 10% of old or carrying amount of all liability, ibig sabihin na merong substantial modification of terms or smooth in short. Otherwise, kapag less than 10% without smooth or walang substantial modification of terms, ano nangyari? Okay? Ayan. Step 2, class. Okay? Step 2. If with smooth, okay, in most cases kasi, class, siguro pag pinag-aaralan nyo na to sa klase, kapag ito na yung topic nyo sa Intermediate Accounting 2, karamihan siguro ng mga problem solving nyo, or karamihan siguro ng mga problem solving na ituturo sa inyo, or ipapagawa, or ipapasagot sa inyo, is merong smooth. Okay? Kapag may smooth, class, you compute the gain or loss on extinguishment. Okay? So, inote na natin to, ha. Maglagay na tayo ng note. No? Kasi, itong note na to, ito na yung gagamitin natin sa problem solving. Step 1, 10% test. Ayan. 10% test. Paano ginagawa ang 10% test? Kunin lang natin ang carrying amount ng all liability. I-compare natin sa present value of new or restructured liability at original effective interest rate. So, yung difference nan, class, no? Ayan, yung difference nan is if 10%, okay, if the difference, if 10%, or sorry, if greater than or equal to 10% of all carrying amount, may smooth. Otherwise, walang smooth. Ayan. Step 2, class. So, ganun pa rin. Parang uulitin lang natin yung step 1. Okay? Step 2. So, carrying amount ng all liability. Pero this time, i-compare natin siya sa present value of new or restructured liability at effective interest rate at the date of modification. Mamaya natin ipapaliwanag yung mga rationale ng ating note, ha, sa problem solving mismo. So, yung difference na yan yung gain or loss. Okay, gain or loss. Ayan. So, ganito, class, kung merong smooth. Ayan, ganito yung step 2, kung may smooth. Pero, class, kapag walang smooth, if without smooth, okay, walang substantial modification of terms, the old financial liability is not extinguished. Okay? Is not extinguished dahil wala namang substantial modification of terms. At dahil wala namang substantial modification of terms, walang derecognition, walang extinguishment ng liability na nangyari, therefore, it continues to be recognized and there is no gain or loss on extinguishment. Dahil wala namang nangyaring extinguishment of debt kapag walang smooth. Kapag walang smooth. Okay? So, ayun. Ito yung ating kodigo or note na gagamitin natin dito sa problem number 1. Okay? Ayan. Alisin na natin to para ito na lang yung ating note. No? Mas konti na lang yung ating nakikita sa screen. Ayan. Lagay ko dito yung note. Ayan. Yung ating guide, kumbaga, to answer itong problem number 1. Ang requirement class ng problem number 1 is to provide the journal entry to record the modification of the loan. Ayan. Problem number 1, on December 31, 20X4, Changbin Corporation entered into a restructuring agreement to modify the terms of its existing loan as follows. Okay? Ayan. The principal is reduced from 28 million to 25 million. Ibig sabihin, ito yung utang niya talaga, principal amount, 28 million. From 28 million, naging 25 million na lang. Okay? And class, careful kayo sa mga statement na to or sa mga word na yan, no? To. Minsan, baka gawin niyang by. Magkaiba yun, no? Pag ibig sabihin ng 28 million to 25 million, 25 million na yung bagong liability. Okay? Kung 28 million, from 28 million by 25 million, iba yung treatment doon. Okay? So, ayun, parang parang binalikan lang natin yung mga basic accounting na problems, no? Yung mga to at by, no? Careful kayo dyan, ha? The lender waive the accrued interest of 4 million. The nominal rate is decreased from 14%, ibig sabihin, dating 14%, magiging 9% na lang yung nominal rate. And the maturity date is extended from December 31, 20X4. Ito yung dating maturity date, magiging January 1, 2019 na. 20X9. Okay? Ayan. The maturity date is extended from December 31, 20X4 to January 1, 20X9. So, ilang years yon, no? Ilang years siyang na-extend. Careful tayo sa pagbibilang ng year. Ayan, ha? Careful. December 31, 20X4. So, January 20X5, 20X6, 20X7, 20X8. January 1, 20X9 to. So, ang tapos ng count natin, December 31, 20X8. Therefore, this is 4 years. Ayan. 4 years na extend, no, yung loan. Okay. The principal is due in a lump sum at maturity date. The principal is lump sum, but the interest is payable annually at each year. Ayan. Installment yung interest basically, no, or periodically siyang babayaran. The original effective interest rate is 14% plus 14%. The prevailing interest rate on December 31, 20X4 at the date of restructuring agreement, 12%. Ayan. And available na class ang mga present value of 1 and present value of ordinary annuity for 4 periods under different interest rates. Kasi medyo madami ring interest rate na binanggit, no? May 14, may 9, tapos may 12%. So, kailangan maging careful din tayo sa paggamit ng mga present value factor. Ayan. Okay, so step 1. Step 1. Ito yung solution guide natin, ha. Step 1. Step 1 is yung 10% test. Bakit natin ginagawa ang 10% test? Kasi class, aalamin natin dito kung merong smooth or wala. No? Yun kasi ang starting point. Dapat alamin mo muna kung merong substantial modification of terms. Ayan. Carrying amount ng old liability. Magkano yon? 28 million. Okay. Tapos, class, merong 4 million na accrued interest. No? Yan yung carrying amount, no, ng old liability. 32 million. Principal, 28. Interest na 4 million. Iko-compare natin siya sa present value of new or restructured liability at original effective interest rate. Okay? Ano yung reason? Bakit kahit new liability, original interest rate pa rin yung basis? Okay? Ano yung reason bakit original effective interest rate ang ginagamit dyan, class? Okay? Ito yung rationale dyan. Kasi class, take note na ang ginagawa pa lang natin, 10% test. Dinedetermine natin kung merong substantial modification of terms or wala. The old liability class is naka-record ito using the effective interest rate, original effective interest rate na 14%. So, to compare this with the new liability, dapat same interest rate din ang gagamitin natin para mas comparable siya. Para mas ma-determine natin kung meron talagang smooth or wala. Ito, naka-original as well as yung present value of new liability. Okay? Kino-compute pa lang naman kasi natin kung merong smooth or wala. Ayan. Okay? So, ayun. I hope, class, na maliwanag naman or maliwanag so far ang ating lesson dito sa modification of terms. No? So, the next question is, paano computed ang present value of new or restructured liability? Class, balikan mo lang yung mga lessons natin way back notes payable at bonds payable. Kasi medyo magkakamukha itong mga topic na to, no? Yung notes payable, yung bonds payable, yung compound financial instrument, at yung pinag-uusapan natin ngayon, modification of terms. Medyo magkakamukha yung topic na yan, no? Kaya ang gagawin lang natin, kukunin lang natin ang present value of principal and present value of interest. Yun lang yun. Okay? Principal. The principal here is 25 million. We multiply it by the present value factor na using the original effective interest rate. The original effective interest rate, class, is 14. Therefore, anong mga present value factor ang gagamitin natin? Yes, ito 14%, no? 25 million times 0.592080. Ayan. Okay? 25 million times 0.592080. That's 14 million. $14,802,000. Okay. Next, present value of interest. Okay. 25 million times nominal rate. Okay. Nominal rate, class. Ano na ba ang bagong nominal rate? Ang nominal rate natin ay 9%. Kaya 25 million times 9%, ito yung interest na babayaran na every year, 2.25 million. Okay? And yung 2.25 million na yan, i-multiply natin sa present value factor na ito, 2.913714. Okay? 714. times 2.913714. That's 6,555,857. Therefore, class, yung aggregate nan, yun yung present value of the new or structured liability using the original effective interest rate. Pag total lang natin yan, 21,357,857. So, meron yang difference na magkano, no? Difference, okay? 32 million minus 21,357,857. So, the answer here is 10,642,143. Okay? Ayan. So, pinagkumpara natin, class, ang old liability and new liability using the original effective interest rate para mas comparable sila. Since parehas na silang original effective interest rate. So, para malaman natin kung may smooth ba o wala, itong 10,642,143, i-divide na lang natin yan, class, by 32 million. No? Okay? Magkano yun pag dinivide? No? 33.26. Lagpas na lagpas sa 10%. Okay? Ano yung nasa guide natin? If the difference is greater than or equal to 10% of all carrying amount ng liability, there is a smooth. Ibig sabihin, merong substantial modification of terms with smooth or substantial modification of terms. Okay? So, I hope maliwanag, class. Ayan, tinignan natin kung merong smooth. Okay? At dahil meron siyang substantial modification of terms, ibig sabihin, the old liability ay ma-extinguished and magkakaroon ng bagong liability. Okay? Kaya proceed tayo sa step 2, class. Ang step 2 is actually computation na ito ng gain or loss on extinguishment. Yan. Extinguishment. Kasi, class, malinaw na merong substantial modification of terms. Kaya magkukumpita tayo ng gain or loss on extinguishment. Paano computin yun, class? Basically, ulitin lang naman natin yung step 1. Pero this time, iba na yung effective rate na gagamitin natin. Okay? 32 million. 32 million. Okay? I-compare na natin yan sa present value of new liability or the structured liability. This time, class, at the effective interest rate at the date of modification. Okay? And actually, class, itong present value of new or the structured liability at using the effective interest rate at the date of modification, ito na rin yung initial measurement ng bagong liability na i-recognize natin. Okay, so kaya I hope maliwanag, class, ha, kasi parang ginawa lang naman natin yung step 1, pero this time, binago na natin yung effective interest rate na ginagamit sa present value computation. So, this time, ang gagamitin natin, effective interest rate na at the date of modification. Dahil sabi ko nga, itong present value na to, yan na yung initial measurement ng bagong liability. Okay? O sige, computin natin. principal 25 million yan ha, okay, times present value factor. Okay, kailan ba nangyari ang modification? December 31, 20x4. Therefore, yung interest rate natin na gagamitin ay yung effective interest rate ng December 31, 20x4, which is 12%. Ito na yung gagamitin natin this time. Okay? 12%. So, 12%, huli lang natin yung mga relevant present value factor. 635,518. O, yan. 635,518. So, ang answer natin dyan, 18,887,950. Okay? And interest, na-compute na natin ito kanina, no? Ito yung interest no? 2.25 million. Times present value factor, 3.037350. Okay? Kaya class, no? Careful din tayo sa paggamit ng mga interest rates. Ayan. So, anong sagot dito? 2.25 million times 3.037350. So, that's 6,834,038. Ayan. So, this is the present value ng bagong liability. Yung initial measurement na rin ng bagong liability. Kung tandaan nyo pa, class, yung mga lessons natin way back, notes payable pa, bonds payable, dito sa playlist natin, ang Intermediate Accounting 2, lahat ng liability, ang initial measurement noon, generally, present value. Okay? 22,721,988. Okay? So, merong difference, no? Gain or loss. Meron siyang difference class na 9,278,012. And malinaw class na ito ay gain. Okay? Gain yan class ha. Kasi isipin mo, 32 million yung liability mo. Pinalitan na ng bago ng 22 million lang. Lumiit yung liability mo ng 9,278,012. Kaya meron siyang gain. Okay? So, I hope class maliwanag so far ang ating discussion ng modification of terms, no? Yan. Medyo parang recurring lang naman class, no, yung step 1 at step 2. No, hindi naman halos nagkalayo yung kanilang mga procedure. Okay? Yan. But I hope class na nagets naman kahit paano yung reasons or yung rationale or yung analysis kung bakit ginagamit natin original effective interest rate sa step 1 while sa step 2, ang ginagamit na natin, effective interest rate at the date of modification. Ayan. So, proceed na tayo sa journal entry. No? Kasi, nagawa na natin yung step 1 at step 2. Okay? Sabi nga natin, class, no, kapag substantial modification of terms, madede-recognize na ang lumang liability. Kaya, i-recognize na natin yung old liability. Kaya, ang entry natin, merong debit na notes payable, old. Yan, lagyan natin ng old. Ha? 28 million. Okay? The accrued interest is waived. Therefore, mawawala na rin yung accrued interest payable na 4 million. Debit. Okay? So, ano yung credit? Class. No? Ano yung credit? Okay? So, bago natin ilagay yung mga credit or yung mga natitirang accounts, class, balikan lang natin yung step 2. Okay? Sabi nga natin, yung present value of new or restructured liability, yan yung initial measurement na ng bagong liability. Okay? If the face amount of the new liability is how much? 25 million. Okay? 25 million. Ayan. And the present value of the new liability is ito, 22,721,988. Okay, 988. Therefore, may difference siya na 2 million, magkano yun? 2,278,012. Anong tawag natin dyan, class? Kung tandaan nyo pa yung accounting for notes payable or accounting for bonds payable. Okay? Tawag natin dyan, class, ay discount. Discount on notes payable. Kaya yung mga topic na modification of terms, bonds payable, notes payable, magkakamukha lang din yan. No? Halos magkakaparehas. Ayan. Kaya magre-recognize pa tayo ng tinatawag nating discount on notes payable na 2,278,012. Okay? Credit, notes payable, bagong liability, at face amount. 25 million. 25 million. And syempre, yung natirang gain, yung natirang credit side rather, tawag natin doon ay yung ito. No, yung gain or loss on or gain on extinguishment. Gain na lang yung sinulat ko ha. Pero class, ang exact account title nan, gain on debt extinguishment na 9,278,012. So, ito yung answer natin sa problem number 1. Okay? Problem number 1. So, ganito class ang accounting for modification of terms. Ayan. So, yun na yung end ng lecture natin class sa modification of terms with substantial modification of terms or SMOT in short. So, alam na natin yung accounting for modification of terms na merong SMOT. Ang isusunod natin doon, class, paano naman kapag walang substantial modification of terms? Paano ang accounting kapag merong or kapag without SMOT? Yung susunod na problem natin, class, without substantial modification of terms. And yun yung pag-uusapan natin. Pero class, sa next video lesson na lang. Okay, sa next video lesson natin pag-usapan yung accounting for modification of terms without substantial modification of terms. Ayan. So kung nakakatulong naman sa inyo class ang ating mga video lessons or kung gusto nyo pang ituloy ko yung buong lessons or buong playlist ng Intermediate Accounting 2. So, I hope na mag-subscribe na lang kayo sa ating channel and i-like nyo na rin and i-share nyo na rin no, yung mga video lessons natin para mas marami pa tayong matulungan. No? Kung nakakatulong sa iyo ito, probably makakatulong din ito sa iba pa nating mga aspiring certified public accountants. Yan. So hanggang dito na lang muna ang ating lesson. Ang isusunod natin class, no, modification of terms pa rin, pero this time naman yung without SMOT or yung without substantial modification of terms.